I just saw The Running Man. Here are my thoughts. So, The Running Man, I've seen the trailer since June. How crazy is that? Like, I've seen this trailer 50 times, involuntarily too, but I've loved it every time. So this is Edgar Wright's newest joint, starring Glenn Powell, Coleman Domingo, Lee Pace, and Joshua Brolin. So let's get into it. Spoilers ahead. I'll give my rating at the end, along with some superlative categories along the way. So, I have not been honest with y'all. This is not a Running Man review. It's a Glenn Powell glaze fest. Like, he's the fucking goat, dude. Finally, we have like a true up-and-coming action star. He's awesome. But yeah, he was fantastic with the kind of flawed script he had, but I love action movies, so it was nice to see one that wasn't too dark or too realistic or too gritty. It's a new trend of not having that, like Running Man, Superman, Fantastic Four, man. And he reminded me like heavily of John McClane from Die Hard. That was clear. You know what? It's a goddamn Edgar Wright glaze fest, so hop on, like full glaze, man. I love the way he shoots action. It's amazing, honestly. It wasn't like completely his style, but the action was amazing, and maybe the most fun I've had watching a movie that came out this year, or last year, or even the year before that. And I know this movie might be divisive critically, like the pacing was kind of shit for the first 20 minutes, but I could care less about that. It's a popcorn flick. I had a great time. Like, midway through the movie, I was thinking in my head, almost complaining about the lack of fight scenes, like true hand-to-hand, given the action scenes without fights were still fantastic. The one in the hotel especially, amazing, even though I saw pretty much the whole thing in the trailer. But we did get some cool hand-to-hand fight scenes by the end. But my favorite scene, the best scene, was easily by the end when he was driving the girl from Coda, and the soldiers let him pass. Everybody was kind of chanting and rooting for him, and the soldiers there, like, they weren't going to kill him because it wasn't live, and everything was kind of getting revealed. The Long Walk vibes heavily. And speaking of Stephen King, we did get some Derry, Maine references in the Michael Cera scenes. Speaking of Michael Cera, he was alright. You know, they were like Home Alone-ass scenes, but who else? William H. Macy, he deserves a shout-out. He's great in every role he's in, but for the MVP, I'm not going to pick the lead actor as MVP. That's boring. MVP, it's Coleman Domingo. What a cool actor, man. His line delivery was so fucking cool. And he was a truly hateable character, like, until the end at least. But yeah, as I was saying, this movie had its flaws, many. But like, one I wanted to point out was they were building this dystopian future to be like, $5,000 is a lot of money here, like probably our equivalent to $1 million in our 2025. But then we just jumped to $1 billion, like. And after he gets the $1 billion, Josh Brolin would expect him to take a $5 million salary. But I'm a sucker for popcorn flick. Like, what are you gonna do? I don't care. One thing I was kind of thinking about throughout this movie is the cast of characters, the cast of actors contribute heavily to whether I like a movie or not. Like The Usual Suspects, it's a fantastic script, but man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like any of the actors in that. Like, really don't like. So that was kind of a holdback for me, but I loved all the actors in this. I love Josh Brolin, I love Glenn Powell. Yeah, it was great. And Jane Dawson, I think her name is. She was in The Batman, she was in this and Sinners, and it's getting a pretty good resume so far. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't give a fuck about the flaws. So I give The Running Man 4 new stars. It's an 8 out of 10, fuck it. This film, it made me happy, so I don't really care. And it fits perfectly into my top 10 movies of the year. I won't reveal its spot yet, but it is in the latter half, but just know it's in the top 10. I've seen about 40 movies this year that came out this year, for reference. I've seen like 200 total this year, but let me know what y'all thought. I want to hear your thoughts about it, and I want to talk about it, so stop filming me and peace out. I just wanted to point out that I saw another trailer with Glenn Powell killing people for $1 billion, so that kind of sounds familiar, and it's coming out in a few months. And also, all the disguise in this movie reminded me of Hitman, but anyway, peace out.